And Carson said, the Greek word eros denotes want, lack, a desire for that which is missing. The lover wants what he does not have. It is by definition impossible for him to have what he wants if, as soon as it is had, it is no longer wanting. This is more than wordplay. Everything tastes good when you're hungry. Ask the man who hasn't eaten a proper meal in months. Famished and broken, a person will go to extreme lengths to fill a void that will inevitably be formed again. There is thrill in the chase, a certain euphoria that possesses a man in pursuit of something he was told he could not have. The excitement of tearing down the walls of the very woman who up until then had made slush of his ego. It's not that she's weak, it's just that everything tastes good when you're hungry. She found herself memorizing his scent in the covers of her favorite paperback novel, encrypting him in her daily routine. Doubt stripped from her like leaves falling from a proud oak in autumn. He was the perfect predator, eyes that spoke volume more than his lips could ever utter, skin the color of midnight. His hands were so big and so strong that he could break her heart with a simple flex of a palm. And then there was the catch. Not as filling as it was fulfilling, he found that the juices weren't as sweet as before. Nevertheless, he emptied her, ground her to dust, and left her lower than she'd ever been. How can you love a man that makes a hobby out of you? Logic functions poorly in romance. In the depths of the dark, on the most romantic day of the year, she had the most heart-crushing conversation of her life. Eyes stared back at the spaces where eyes should be. Even in the dark, he could see the mist on her ebony windows. It is imperative that I tell you just how much you mean to me, she did not say. For the third time that night, he watched as a tear rolled down her already dampened cheek, ignoring the scent of broken that leaked off her. It is our ability to decipher right from wrong that sets man apart from beast, they say. The irony in that is stifling.
Kinaya Malkia. I explained to your grandmother that while your name translates to complete queen, that the two meanings are to be taken separately and that this is not how I see you, but how I wish to raise you. Kinaya, complete, meaning whole, meaning you will not be one of those girls I have so often come across, makeup overdone and so underdressed that I need not look too far to see the gaping hole where their self-esteem ought to be. Lacking the understanding that the curve of breasts and behind make them female, it does not make them woman. Malkia, queen. Your grandmother asked why not princess out of respect for your mother. I say because you are born a princess, but you have to become a queen. Your name must remind you of the qualities that you must always aspire to, and that when the time comes, you must find your king. And hopefully I can be the kind of father that you use as a benchmark for all comers. And that you'll want a man like your father, and I hope you find better. Shakuma, the name my father gave to me in place of the name of the Scotsman, Macpherson, that crawled into the slave quarters to begat his line. The Lord's time is the best time. Nothing could be more true of you, and belaboring this fact again to your mother, she calls you redemption baby. And I kick myself thinking that I should have snuck that name in somehow. Because your mother understands that we go back more than the 23 days you've been here with us, the 7 days in the hospital, the 35 minutes I had to wait to see you after you were dashed out of the operating room, a tiny bundle of hair drowning in towels. The lost time spent pinned mid-stride like a broken marionette, attention caught between your nursery and your mother's operating room. We go back more than the 34 weeks and 5 days you grew in your mother, the 34 weeks and 5 days I grew with your mother. We go back to the heart of fear, confusion, agony. October 17th, 2009, you, a bloody mass in a petri dish, feeling the pain every time the doctor with rough hands reaches into your mother, trying to keep us strong like a man should, but collapsing under the weight of grief, and feeling my soul buckle and fracturing, hand to chest to hold the pieces together because all the king's horses and all the king's men. And started that your mother could find the empathy to hold me up. Still waters run deep. We go back to October 18th, 2009, lying in a bed on the 3rd floor of a hotel room in Barbados. Steadying my restless legs with both hands because I know if my feet only touch the carpet, they'll lead me over the railing of the balcony, negotiating my own survival with myself while the reaper sharpens his sickle in the corner of the room because your death is my fault. God has seen and made his retribution felt because there was a time before time when I did not want you and forced my will. At the time this poem is being penned, you are 3 weeks old, still not due for another 3 weeks, and after coming off your oxygen on day 2, pushing off my chest to see who was burping you on day 5, learning how to corner so that you could get back rubs around week 2, the doctor says you are doing well. And I think that I already know this. That evening, I realized that I'm finally not afraid to hold you. And we look at each other. You with the knowing beyond your days. And we know that we are both safe. Good night now.
Well, you know, we've come to the end of another show, but it's not really the end, it's just later until next week. So come join us down at the Upscale every first Tuesday of every month. We're there religiously starting at 7:30, so you could come check us out there. Check us out on Facebook, hit us up on YouTube, and also you could check out our BlackBerry pin that is blowing up with over 300 people right about now. I mean, I know for a couple of people that's like a little bit, but still, we're growing as every day goes by. I want to thank all of my sponsors that are on. Digicel, we love you, thank you so much. Upscale Restaurant, and to our new sponsor, Dazzle Custom Apparel. Yes, this is the reason why I have this t-shirt on, not necessarily, I did this for me because I just, anyway, just keep calm. Yeah, so check us out next week, same time, same place, here on TVG for another edition of Voices and Flow.